let's start. Okay, uh, so this is the official final meeting of the project, and whatever I had to cover, I have covered till now. So it's been almost a month, and you know, so the resources and the assignments shared with you are enough to make you write an application in Flutter, and now you know the very basics. And not only the basics, you know how an application works and everything. How do you develop and write an application in Flutter. So this session will basically only be about taking your doubts till now, and then we'll have a final quiz. So let me first open the doubts form. Can anyone share the link of the form? Oh wait, I'll just. Okay, wait, I'll just open the doubts form for now to check if you have any doubts. Okay, I see only one response here. So this session is mainly for doubts, guys. If you have any doubts, you should ask it right now, because after this the project will be officially concluded, and there is just one assignment left from your end, which has to be done. Okay, I'll just share my screen first of all. Screen should I share? Okay, screen 1. Okay, so is my screen visible now? Can anyone of you confirm? Okay, cool. So you'll see that in this problem statement, session 5 details had been added, which was of providers, and the assignment 5 has also been added. So assignment 5 is a comparatively lengthy one. There are 5 different questions that you have to attempt, and apart from that you'll also find a final project. So this final project is completely optional. This will not reflect your ratification, but if you want to learn more about, and if you want to do a very cool project with mobile application development in Flutter, you should attempt this at least. And you can do this project in groups too, and this is obviously an optional assignment, and there is no particular deadline, but you should try to submit it before 30th January if you are attempting this project. And this is basically building a chat application with Firebase Cloud Store with authentication and everything else, and UI can be up to your creativity. So this is something that comes later on, but for now the assignment that you should attempt and complete it fast is this assignment 5, for which the deadline is 14th of January, and this will be the final, basically official final assignment of this project. Okay, so I see one doubt, so first I'll take that. So the doubt is I'm not able to understand the state management videos. Okay, so I think it will be better if you just ask me right now. This doubt is by Sneha Burman. So what exactly is the issue with, what is the exact doubt that you have? I mean, what do you need me to explain? Okay, okay, so I see. Hmm. So did you understand this demo, this one? Okay, so I'll just so I see. So first of all, I'll just give a brief of why do we need provider. So let's say uh, we have an API which we hit and we get some data from that API, and due to improve the latency of the app, we cannot hit the API again and again anywhere in the application where we need to fetch data from the server. So what we do is that we have a state management system. We we only hit the API once and we store the data in some local some local storage in our application, and that's where the state management comes in. That's where provider comes in. You can also use different tools. There are different tools, but we are using provider for its simplicity. So what we do with provider is that we create a basic layout. For example, I can show you. Yeah, this class user provider, as I created over here. This is a basic provider class, and here we can actually store anything. For example, we can store all the data that we need to. For example, here we are only storing the user data. In this, we are making a user, and then we are updating the user details. And this is the basic layout of the provider class. Here you can add all different functions and all different variables as per the need. And then when we will get the actual data, then we will just call this provider class. For example, where have I called this? Yes, here. I'll just create an instance of that provider class from here, this user provider, and then wherever I need to, I'll just call that particular function of the provider class. So this is basically how a provider works. Right now what you need to understand is how to how to create a provider class. That is the first thing, which is right over here. Where did it go? Yes, this one, this screen. Secondly, what you need to understand is how to call a provider class, and how to add data to the provider and fetch data from the provider. These three things, if you understand from this particular demo, you are good to go for now. Those videos were a bit on a more complicated end, and you do not need to understand everything. But if you understand all these three things, which is first creating a provider class, how to create one, and what functions to add according to your need. Second is how to add data to the providers and how to store data in them, and the third is how to fetch data from that. So all these three things are covered very clearly in this particular video and presentation. So if you understand that, then it's fine. I mean, if you do you understand these three things? I mean, how do they work and what the code is? Then I mean, hmm, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Correct. Correct. Yes. Yes. So yes. Yeah, so this is a very good question. I mean, I was hoping I would get such a question, and I am happy that I got this question. So see, the earlier method that we were using in our assignment or the session or the previous session, that was we were passing data through navigation. Okay, so we were passing the username, roll number, and whatever through the use of navigation, and navigation is a very expensive operation. So navigation works on stacks. Once you once you start building on stacks, and once you start adding too much data to the stack will add a lot of latency to your application. So you can use that, that is fine, but only until a point of time, till your data passed is not very large and not very complex. Once your data starts getting complex, and once you start getting into real world applications, you will not be able to use that. If you start using a lot of if you start passing data through only navigation, you'll see that your application is suffering. Actually, I once I built an application which was to be deployed in the real world through only navigation and the use of stats, and then I saw after the application had started being used by real life users, then I saw that the latency of the application is getting affected. So there exactly there we need the help of providers and state management. We will just store the data in the state management system, and then we will call it whenever we need. In this way, the latency of the application will be very, it will be, the application will be very smooth and everything will work fine. But if we use the navigation rail, and if you use that flow, then you'll see that your application will get affected a lot, and that is not at all recommended. That is only recommended if you have to pass very basic and very small data, for example some string or some integer which is very small and which won't affect the state of the application a lot. So I think that answers your doubt, right? Okay. Okay, so is there anything else? Okay, I think yeah, I think pragmatic state management is another name. Let me check. I'm also not sure about this. What do you say? This nomenclature. Let me check. Hello. Hello. Yeah, my screen has froze. I'm not sure. Okay, let me just reconnect once. I'll close my browser. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So my browser just froze, so I have rejoined. Okay. So we were talking about what is pragmatic state management, right? Let me also check once what I think this is just another name of the state management in Flutter. Sorry, could you just repeat? Okay, yeah, so no, yeah, that is fine. Just checking what is, I'm also not sure about this word pragmatic. I'll just, okay, yeah, so it was just so pragmatic. So I think that was just a way they named their video. That, I mean, this does not have to deal with any of the technical terms in Flutter. So there are only two types of there are only two types of state management techniques, which is ephemeral and abstract. So I think this is just a way they named their video. That is fine. Okay. So does that answer your question, right? Okay, cool. Okay, so yeah, let's proceed now. Then we have another doubt by Rushabh. Okay, for an item, if we want to add its image as icon, can we pass the image as a parameter in a function, like we pass string values or int values in a function? Okay, can you just speak up, Rushabh, and just ask your doubt in person? Okay. Okay, so you have a list style, if I'm correct. Okay, and there, from where are you getting this image? Is it from the internet or where? Yes, you can. So basically, you can pass this image as a parameter of a function, if that's what you're asking. So what I'll suggest is that, see, you can create your own custom widget in Flutter. That is a whole power of Flutter that you have. So you can create a, say, let's say you can create a custom widget, and there you can pass your image as a parameter in that particular custom widget. And let's say you return a container, and in that container your child of that container can have the parameter as the image. So this can be done. For example, wait, I'll just give you a snapshot of a, you know, code. This is not the exact code, this is just a dry run code. This, you can look into this. This is a way you can do this. You can create a widget basically, which will take a parameter image as the instance, and then you can just return this image wherever you need to, and then you can just call this display image widget with the particular image that you want to pass. I mean, just try this. This is just a technique of using a custom widget with Flutter. Okay, what next? Hello? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, ask. Go on. Okay. It was in video number 11. Yeah, that's why. I mean, it's not important. It's basically model view model, and it's a type of an architecture pattern that is used in basically native Androids, native Androids architecture. And it basically means that the UI that you see and the logic that happens, or the whole whole, what do you say, programmatic things that happen in the background of the application, that do not uh, collide into one, or that are completely different. So the UI presentation on the screen and the logic that you see on the backend, or not exactly the backend, but the logic that you see, for example, if we had that demo application in Flutter, which is a increase counter application, by which if you click it, the number will increase by 1 2 3 4 5. So that logic that happens of the number plus 1 and the UI that you see on the screen, both happen on a completely different scale. They do not happen together. That is the whole overview of this. I would not, and this is more of a theoretical, and if you want to read more about it, I can provide you with resources, but this is not something that you need to know in depth to actually write code in Flutter. This is mainly in native Android and native stuff, and it's and basically Flutter does not follow this MVVM whatever you asked. This is for native stuff. Okay, you have another doubt, right? Okay, so I was speaking and I just saw my network is gone. So what was the last thing you heard, Rishabh? Yeah, so Flutter does not rely on this, what do you say, MVVM architecture. This is for native development, which is pure Android or pure iOS, so Java, Kotlin, or Swift. So yeah, basically this MVVM means is that the UI and the logic that happens on your application happens on a completely different scale. But Flutter is not an MVVM architecture framework. So yeah, you do not need to know more about this, but it's okay to have a basic knowledge. So what is your tell me. Okay, so first of all, there is no such thing as a perfect app or a perfect website or a perfect software. So, and the second thing is that there are a lot of things. I would not lie to you. I have been basically in Flutter for at least 3 years or more than that now. Talking about only Flutter and mobile app development, I've been into mobile app development for around 4 years now. But still, I don't know. I also don't know a lot of things. And when you start building an application, you'll see that in the process you are learning a lot of new things. So that will also be there, and you cannot learn everything all at once. And that is a very bad way to approach any new framework or any new technology stack. So the best way is that you get a decent hold of it, which you have got through this project, and then you start building your own project. And in that process you get to learn more of it. So what I personally believe is that it's you just take some decent knowledge of the tech stack or framework that you want to learn, and then you start implementing it. And once you start implementing it, you'll see that you're learning a way more than what you would have learned through lectures and through assignments, because real world projects are very important in that. So yes, there are a lot of things that you need to learn in this particular Flutter also, and that will come slowly and once you start building your own applications. So a good start to this can be doing the final project. That will teach you a lot. That will basically take you, that will include almost all of the stuff that we have learned, and that will also add cloud to the application. So yes, that can be a good start. Yes. So whatever you needed to learn and whatever theory you needed to learn, I have given you that is enough. And now once you start writing your applications, you'll see that there are much more things that you'll learn on the way, and that is part of the process. That is fine. Okay, next, Sankalp, you have asked a doubt. Could you also speak up? Okay, okay, okay. Where have I written? What did you mean by uh, change the album from JSON? Where have I written this here? Acha, delete any album. Yes. Right. So I got it. Yeah. So that was the that was a thing that we discussed on Discord, right? So the API was a fake API. That was not a real API. That was only built to what do you say, test for testing and debugging purposes. So if you try to delete any album, that won't be deleted from the JSON. That will only give you a response saying that album deleted successfully or something like that. But that will not delete the album from the JSON because it was a fake API, and that was fine. I guess that was the thing we discussed. If this is what you're asking, yeah, I mean that's fine, man. That API was a fake one. That's why it was not deleting. But if you work on a real API, which I mean, getting hold of a API for you know uh, for such stuff is not easy, because you'll have to create one yourself, and then you have to host one, and then there needs to be a database involved that requires some financial constraints also. So we used a fake API which we got from the internet, but yeah, that's fine. Obviously, yes, if you have your own API, you'll have and if you write all the four requests in your API: get, post, uh, put and delete, then you can obviously do these things in the front end. Okay, so anyone else has any doubt? Okay, I mean, this is officially the last chance you get with me in person in session. After this we won't be having any sessions or something like that. I'll be available through Discord and I'll be there. But if you have any doubt you want to clear right now, this is the final chance, so please speak up. Okay, we'll wait for another 30 seconds, then we will move ahead. Okay, I suppose no one has any doubts. So what will happen now is that I'll put a link on the meetings messages thing, which is right over here. I'm dropping a message. I'll put a link here for the quiz, and then your quiz will start as soon as the link is put, and then you'll have exactly 4 minutes to answer. There will be 20 questions, 20 MCQ questions, and you'll have 4 minutes. Please do not use any uh, AI resources or softwares, and do not try to Google stuff because the time is very less. You have 4 minutes and you have around what do you say, 20 questions to answer. So I can start if everyone is ready. Can everyone gives me a thumbs up if you are ready for the quiz, or if you want me to wait, I can wait for a while. Okay, so again I'm repeating the steps. I'll post a link on the meetings message here. After that you will have to you'll have to answer questions, and then 1 minute. And then you'll see that there are 20 questions. You'll get 4 minutes, and yeah, don't try to use any unfair means, because this is for your own good. If you try to answer it, you'll learn more. Okay, so I was speaking that yeah, try to answer the quiz on your own. I'll be putting the link any minute now. And the questions order, so you'll have the name, what do you say, name, roll number or something, like the your personal details can be anywhere in between the form, so please take note of that. Your name, phone number, email id can be anywhere in between the form, because the because the questions are shuffled, and in that the your personal details will also get shuffled. So take care of that, and you'll have only 4 minutes, so please do not try to cheat or do anything in that regards. Okay, so I am sharing the link now, and I'll put the timer on my phone for exactly 4 minutes, and there will be no extension, so you'll have to submit in 4 minutes. Okay, so here goes the link in the chat. Best of luck everyone, and the timer starts now. So I've sent the link again. Please answer fast, the timer is running. Only 45 seconds are remaining now. Only 10 seconds remaining, guys. I'll strictly close the form in 10 seconds. Please submit fast. Our time's up. I'll close the form in another 30 seconds because there are not a lot of responses, and I'll penalize according to the timestamps. So submit in another 20 seconds maybe. Okay, should I close the form now? Has everyone submitted? Has everyone submitted the form? I only see 30 responses till now. There are 40 people in the meeting. If somebody's left to submit, please submit it. You'll not get the chance once I close the form. Okay, I'm closing the form now. It's been a lot of time. Okay, so the form is closed. Did anyone miss to submit? Did anyone miss? If you did, you can speak up. Hello? ठीक है. You should have, but okay, it's fine. Okay, I guess everyone has submitted now. So time for quiz was less, because then if it was more, then you guys would have used all unfair means. So yeah, that's the reason it was less. So do you see the answer key after the quiz? Okay, good. हाँ बोलो. In a column widget, it is horizontally. No, it's vertically, right? Column is what? Yes, that's true. Is it? Let me check. Okay, cool. I'll just you'll just get your reevaluated points. That is done. Anything else in the questions? I have updated that. Once you see your points now, it should be updated, I guess. Are your points updated? Can you check and let me know? Okay, good. Just check all the questions. I mean, if you have any doubts in any other questions, just let me know now. Okay, so yeah, so everyone fine with everything? Tell me. uh yeah, I mean, this is not a this is not your academic course. I'm not your professor, so this is just for let getting to know how much you guys have learned. And passing marks, I think all of you have done a good job, so there won't be any passing marks as such. So the attempt of the quiz was important, and that you have done, so it's fine. Okay, so again, a couple of more logistic stuff. So yeah, all of you who signed up for the project did not turn up. Those who have turned up, those who have submitted assignments, those who have turned up for the video lectures sessions, those who have given attendance, those people will definitely get ratified. If you were not able to attend any session which was taken online and live, and if you have a genuine reason, tell your friends also. If they're not here, they can reach out to me, and if I find it to be genuine, then I'll make sure they get what they deserve. Apart from that, those who have submitted all the assignments, and those who have attempted the quizzes, those who have shown up, and yeah, that's fine. Those who are consistent towards the whole 1 month duration, they'll get ratified for sure. So it doesn't matter. Okay, Amrit Raj. Arey yaar, why are you late, man? I increased the time for at least more 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, fine. I'll just open the form once again. Form is opened. You can submit now, but you will be penalized. So the late submissions will be penalized. Take note of that. Although it won't matter your ratification, to be honest, but yes, you can submit, Amrit Raj, but please do it fast. Okay, I think, have you submitted? Amrit Raj, have you submitted? I don't see. Okay, so yeah, I was speaking about. Okay, Ashirwad, let's take this out of this class. Whatever thing you have, just text me. We'll see what we can do. So yeah, it was a good experience for me also. Sharing what all knowledge I have. I hope this must have been a pleasant experience for you guys also, learning something new this winters. And next we will start applying these stuff in our next venture that we have, which is a very big one, and which is an international event which is coming up, solutions challenge, which is from Google. And there we will apply all that we have learned through this winter projects. And so let's see what we have there. We'll have the info session for that very soon. But yes, so this is the final meeting that we are having, and please submit your assignments. Assignment 5 is compulsory for the ratification, and try to attempt the final project if you are willing to. Apart from that, is there anything else from anyone, or we can end this meet? Okay, so I guess there is nothing else. Thank you everyone for attending this whole month-long project, and best of luck for your future. And yeah, thank you everyone. Shalom. Bye bye. Yeah, thanks.